What's up everyone? How are you guys doing? I have a very rare matchup for you today. The Ayyubids spawning in the southeast of Cliffside, I believe. And in the northwest, we have Lord Patito as the Malians. The reason why I'm saying this is very rare is because we very rarely see Malian players. I believe currently in the Conqueror Plus, so Conqueror and higher ranking, there's about 8 Malian matchups total, games total, 8 to 20 I want to say. That's a very low amount, so I'm very excited to see how the Malians match up against the Ayyubids, since the Ayyubids are supposedly top 4 civilizations at the moment. Please take that with a grain of salt. Even AoE4 world says, you know, low sample size, don't be posting this stuff on Reddit. So I know I shouldn't even realistically be mentioning it. They are a strong civilization though, there's no doubt about it. We'll see how they do against the Malians though, and as I said, I'm very excited to see how this matchup ends up. Malian, I was a very huge Malian main, I want to say the last 3 seasons. When they initially came out, I think that was what, season 3, right? When they first came out, or season 1, 2, yeah, I think it was season 3. So 3, 4 and 5, I pretty much just mained Malians. I absolutely love them. Their playstyle is amazing. They're so fun. But anyways, back to the game. We'll see what our Ayyubid player ends up aging up with, if he's gonna try to go for a little more of a little bit more of a feudal style play, or okay, so we have the bazaar, very standard, coming through for feudal. If he's going to go for some feudal aggression into castle, or if he's going to go straight into a fast castle golem spam, I've seen quite a few people do that. Obviously I'm playing in a lower rank than this, so the it's not that your rank dictates what you play against, but at the same time it does. So I'm playing in low conk 1, currently ELO. So what I tend to see is heavy golem spam, fast castle golem spam. They go for the bazaar, get a couple units out, not for free, but they get a couple units out, mild harass into fast castle with culture wing advancement. A couple of the Ayyubid games I've casted, I don't think anybody has done that in the Conqueror level yet, but it wouldn't surprise me. Over here with our Malian player, we do have the Montequari coming up, which is very standard and has been for the last patch and a half, ever since trade got reworked. It's just a lot safer, a lot better, especially for the short term. The buyback, or not the buyback, but the amount of return on investment for your trade network doesn't really come into play until the late game, unless you can somehow, some way pull off very greedy trade and not get punished for it. We already have our first mill coming down for our Malian player right next to the TC, which shows to me he's going to start dropping down the cattle ranches little by little. We have the first archery range coming through now. Skirmishers are out. These, I think these are the anti infantry, light infantry. So they're basically the same as javelin throwers, except they're good against spears and archers. Base 7 damage plus 7 against light infantry, so they're going to be doing 14 to the archers. See if they're going to be able to get any decent poke damage in right now. He's going to have to run all the way around to try to get anything off. doesn't even look like he's attempting. Yeah, he doesn't do anything. A little bit of a scout that he could have done with his scout that was right next to him. So not sure what that was. First cattle ranch comes down. Second one on its way. Cows are queued up alongside wheelbarrow first though. Should be on gold, which it is. Double tower, double outpost coming through for Ayyubid at his gold. He doesn't want to get any harass, or he doesn't want any harass to come through and potentially lose one or two villagers working there. Let's go ahead. Oh, we have hired trader left, and I think that, yeah, that's the only thing we have left for the bazaar so far for our Ayyubid player. Golden Age does come through. Barracks coming up as well for our Malian. And now he's throwing down his mining camp to get the full gold output from his pit mine. Since we do have a little bit of downtime right now, I'd like to ask you guys if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feedback, anything of the sort. Please drop a comment below. Let me know what you like, what you dislike. Please try to be constructive with your criticism as well. I know there's a lot of work that I need to do. I'm still improving, but please feel free to let me know where I could potentially improve as well. Javelin thrower comes out and gets picked off. That was a 2-to-1 though, 2-on-1. I'm not sure how Lord Patito thought he was going to be able to survive that, considering they get the bonus 7 damage as well. So that's 14 a shot compared to the javelin throwers 12. Oh, that's 70 HP to 70 as well. 7 ranged armor to 8. 8 armor, what the heck, to 3, and 1 ranged armor. So he'd be able to win the one-on-one. Yeah, he'd win the one-on-one. Definitely not a 2-on-1 though. But yeah, so if you guys have any kind of constructive criticism, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what I need to do, how I can improve, if the audio is good. Yeah, anything will help out. This is going to be a learning curve for all of us, and for those of you that are returning, I appreciate you guys so much. For those of you who are brand new, I hope you stick around and hopefully I get better. Age up comes through for our Ayyubids player. I keep forgetting that it doesn't show us when age ups are happening for them, so I have to remind myself to keep clicking there to double check. It was the culture wing advancement, so it was, the benefits of that is 40% age up reduction and 250 resource reduction as well. So you age up 40% faster and it costs you 250 resources less. We have 2 barracks up right now and a single archery for Lord Patito, our Malian player. He was able to sneak in a gold mine, a pit mine on the far east side of the map. Camel riders or camel lancers are out for Ayyubids. It doesn't look like he has anything now. Looks like he's just going straight into the camel lancers, and we'll have quite a few Donzo coming up as well to be able to just counter this as best as it can. And the lancers are just taking a lot of damage for free for some reason. Just ran them straight into the Donzos, the javelins, and are they fight? Nope, they're still just taking a lot of poke damage. Full walls are in for Malian on the west side of their base, the little nook right here, and a little bit in their front as well, connected onto their Mansa quarry. Scout is not gonna go down. Scout does go down. Nice, good pick on the scout at least. Deny a lot of the map vision, and the Malian, the Musafati warrior does have stealth, so it does deny the vision from the scout as well, the potential vision. that the scout generates. Back at their base, we have an archery range, 2 archery ranges coming up, 2 stables, 1 dervish is out. 2 dervish are out, right? That's the dervish. Yeah, 2 dervish are out grabbing relics wherever they can. Is he going to be able to... Oh no, sorry, I was looking at the wrong wall. I thought Lord Patito was attempting to wall out the 2 relics on this side. Lancers are protecting one of the relics, so he'll be able to grab that for free. A little bit of a move out coming through right now for Lord Patito. I don't believe he's going to be able to get that dervish. It's already all the way in. So that'll be 2 relics for him, a 3rd one on the way, 4th one on its way as well. 5th one is to the west of our Malian player's base. His little strike force, our Malian player's strike force, is coming through on the southwest side. See if he'll be able to spot the dervish before it makes it back home. Oh, he might be able... Nice foresight from our Ayyubids player. He saw which way they were moving because of the mill, and he decides to take a little bit more of a scenic route. That's a way bigger scenic route. That's a little bit of a scary route right there, especially since there's units for our Malian player. If you were to keep them there, that'd be an easy pick. There is an attempted run by coming through on the northern side of Lord Patito's base, burning through the wall. 1 villager will be able to out repair that, and the dervish walks right in front of the Musafati warriors and javelin thrower. He's too fast for them though. Oh no, actually the Musafati warriors do have higher speed, 0.16 faster. Where are you going, dervish? I have no idea where that dervish is going. I think he might have just misclicked it to send it to pick up that one where he already has one. And the Grand Fulani Corral is about to come through. It's about halfway done for our Malian player. Already has full... Let me switch this over. He has 6 stables, or 6 cattle ranches. What? Does that count? It's touching it. Let's see. 84. I wonder if that counts. The Lancers found the second stolen pit mine on the far east side of the map. I am really curious to see if that counts. I think it does, because it's technically in range. The little corner is touching. Yeah. Well, now we know. A little bit of harass coming through over here on the south side of our Ayyubids player's base. Musafati warriors against Ghulams, javelin throwers picking off as many of the archers and crossbow as they can before dying. Swordsmen are here, spears, Ghulams. This is a huge variety of units for our Ayyubids player. For Malians, he's sitting at 11 Musafati warriors, 9 spears, and, or excuse me, 9 javelins and 2 donzos. Ayyubids have 5 spears, 6 lancers, camel lancers, crossbow, 1 crossbow, 3 archers, 4 swordsmen, 2 ghulams, 2 scouts, 2 dervish, and I missed something somewhere. I know I did. Another little assault coming through on the north side of the base. Now that's a very small army. I think they were misrallied. Just gave up 2 Musafati warriors. There's and a javelin thrower. 2 more Musafatis are just there chilling in the grass. No upgrades for either side, offensive nor defensive upgrades. Another attempted run by on the southeast gets cleaned up. Looks like these 4 javelin throwers are actually gonna be able to make it out, while 5. Another attack coming through down center. No upgrades though. You need the +1 attack, the ranged attack, in order for these javelin throwers to do any type of significant damage to non-ranged units. Meanwhile, the Lancers, there's 5 Lancers that are still dealing with the stolen mine that Lord Patito had on the eastern side. And he's just posturing, constantly rotating, attempting to get whatever villagers he can. He's already picked off 7. And we're looking at... No. Okay. The Ayyubids player seems like he's just going to try to attack full force, head on into it. He's going to have... Lord Patito has to micro this back. That even though that was a nice choke, it doesn't work in his favor to a full extent. 2 javelin throwers have already been picked off by the horsemen. They're taking a lot of damage while they're trying to evacuate from their position. In the back line, skirmishers are getting picked off by reinforcing, by Lord Patito's reinforcing javelin throwers. The pit mine has been completely cleared up on the east side, so that's going to be 5 more lancers that are going to be a part of the main force. 50 villagers to 51, 36 army supply to 52, and the charge comes through for the camel lancers. Gulams, spears, swordsmen, dervish, lancers are just picking off everything. Excuse me, the dervish aren't picking off anything, but they are keeping the entirety of the army intact. All of the front line for our Malian player is gone. All that's left are archers and javelin throwers, which aren't really gonna do much against these armored units. More Musafati warriors are starting to trickle in little by little, but at this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if Lord Patito calls GG. There's nothing that he's realistically going to be able to do to try to hold this off with the amount of force that, the amount of pressure that this force is applying to him, and production camping. 14 army to 32. Even with the tower, or excuse me, even with the TC fire, there's a lot of armored units in here. No poison arrows for the archers. No. Oh, he's sitting at 1 attack, one melee, 1 ranged armor, 1 ranged attack. But even then, 4 or 5 army against 32. The slow trickle just isn't gonna be good enough for our Malian player, especially since he has 11 villagers idle. So he's essentially sitting at 41 villagers to 57. And now they're getting into the resource lines. Getting into the wood line, GG gets called, and the win goes to our Ayyubid player. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys next time.